Adventures in medieval Rus Ukraine. The story about some school children from Kropivnitsky school meeting Yaroslav the Wise.
Anne, what book should I borrow from the library?
Max, some interesting one with the pictures and not too much text to read. Look, what a wonderful book. Something is written here.
Oh, it's about Ukraine in the Middle Ages. I wish we could learn history by pictures.
I got it. It's like comics about superheroes.
Look, there's some bookmark here.
This is 2 hryvnias banknote with the pictures of Yaroslav Volodymyrovich on it. What's going on? We're going into the portal.
Ah,
Where are we?
and again, this banknote of 2 hryvnias.
The portal is closing. What shall we do?
I can see a man who is very similar to this one on the banknote.
Prince Yaroslav?
I am Yaroslav Volodymyrovich, the Prince of Rus Ukraine. And who are you, and why are you dressed like that?
We are from the future. We were transported here through the portal in the school library.
Prince Yaroslav, tell us about yourself. We call you the Wise.
It's surprising, no one calls me like that here now. It's very nice. I will tell you about myself and you. In return, tell me about Rus Ukraine in the future. I will tell you how I got the authority. I had a strained relationship with my father Volodymyr. I ruled in Novgorod and did not want to pay tribute to my father. My father went to war against me but died unexpectedly.
And here Volodymyr the Great is depicted on 1 hryvnia banknote.
Father was a great ruler. However, after his death, 10 sons began to fight to get authority. My brother Sviatopolk and his father-in-law, the Polish king Boleslav I the Brave, went to war against me, but I defeated them in the end. My brother Mstislav Tmutarkansky went to war against me in 1023. In 1024, Mstislav defeated me. However, Mstislav acted very wisely, and he said, "We are brothers. There should be not war between us. We create a better Rus Ukraine by ruling together." Mstislav went to military campaigns with me, and we returned the territory of Cherven cities. Mstislav built up Chernihiv. However, in 1036, he fell ill while hunting and died. He was buried in Transfiguration Spaso-Preobrazhensky Cathedral in Chernihiv. I tried to pursue a peaceful policy. I established friendly relations with other countries.
Peace is wonderful because we are currently at war in Ukraine. Russia attacked us in 2014 and uses highly accurate destructive weapons. It is committing genocide and trying to destroy us.
However, our courageous soldiers, with the help of European countries and the USA, are holding the defense, and we will definitely defeat the terrible enemy.
I increased the territory of Rus Ukraine. I founded new cities.
And why are there so many Yuriev cities?
Because my baptismal name is Yuri. I've built a lot of temples, like my father, spreading Christianity. In honor of my wife Ingigerda, who was named Irina at baptism, I built the Ireninska church. The Chechens attacked Rus Ukraine very often. While I was in Novgorod, they decided to attack Kiev. However, in 1036, I decisively defeated them, and they never again attacked Rus Ukraine. And one on the side of the victory over the Pechenegs in 1037, I built St. Sophia Cathedral in Kiev.
St. Sophia Cathedral is one of the most beautiful places in Kiev even today.
I increased the territory of Kiev by 7 times. Kiev became one of the largest cities in Europe.
And how many residents were there in Kiev?
100,000.
And now there are almost 3 million.
The front entrance to Kiev in the Golden Gate.
The Golden Gate is the still highlight of the city. There is even monument to you there.
In the same year, 1037, I published Rus Truth, which contained the norms of ancient Rus law.
This is very cool because now people will not be judged by anyone as they want, but according to the law.
Yes, the punishment included monetary payments. Also, the blood feud remained.
In 1051, the monk Antony founded the Pechersk monastery. Hilarion was elected the Metropolitan of Rus Ukraine. We tried to live according to Christian laws. My father baptized Rus Ukraine in 988, and I promoted the independence of the church from Constantinople.
In 1990, the Kiev Pechersk Lavra was included in the UNESCO World Heritage List.
Is St. Sophia Cathedral also part of the World Heritage?
Yes, of course, it was also included in the UNESCO World Heritage in 1990s. Its graffiti left by priests and visitors 1000 years ago is known throughout the world.
I feel very proud of this cathedral. There was a scriptorium, a workshop from copying and translating books. A lot of books were written in St. Sophia Cathedral, including Hilarion, The World of Law and Grace. St. Sophia Cathedral is the largest temple in Rus Ukraine. We put our hearts into its construction.
Even today, visitors from a lot of countries admire the 6 meters the Virgin runs around, the beautiful mosaics and frescoes.
We began to use the Church Slavonic language for writing, which is different from the everyday language.
Oh, I got that. It's like Latin. It's not spoken in everyday life. It is for books and studies, right?
The Palace School of Yaroslav the Wise existed at St. Sophia Cathedral and was of international importance. In order to read books, it was necessary to teach children to read. I created schools attached to churches.
And I know that women in Rus Ukraine were very educated. Anna Vsevolodovna, your granddaughter, opened a girls' school in St. Andrew's Church in Kiev, 1086.
I was called the father-in-law of Europe. My 3 daughters became queens. My sister, Dobroniega, married the Polish king Casimir I, the Restorer. My wife Ingigerd is a daughter of the Swedish King Olaf Skotkonung. She gave birth to 10 children. And the Kiev, Queen of France, married to King Henry I. Anastasia of Kiev, Queen of Hungary, wife of the Hungarian King Andrew I. The beloved son Vsevolod I Yaroslavich married the Byzantine princess Anastasia Monomach. Agesa became the wife of Edward the Exile, son of King of England Edmund Ironside. Elizabeth of Kiev, first Queen of Norway, married to Harald III of Norway, and later, after his death, married the Danish King Svein II of Denmark. My son Yaroslav I of Kiev married Gertrude of Poland, a daughter of King Mieszko II of Poland. Son Sviatoslav II of Kiev married Oda von Stade, a granddaughter of the German Emperor Henry II, and a niece of Emperor Henry III of Germany.
Did they all love each other or not?
There were different situations. Here is an interesting story of Elizabeth. A 15-year-old Harold, who had lived at the Kiev court for a long time, fell in love with her. Harold even composed a song in honor of the Rus princess with golden hair. The Viking made a proposal, but I could not give my daughter to a man without appropriate background. So Harold won victories in desperate sea campaigns for 15 years and sent gold and precious stones to me. And only then Elizabeth and Harold get married. Foreign princesses came to Kiev with their court, library, and traditions. Multilingualism arose the Kiev court. For example, my son Vsevolod knew 4 languages: Polovtsein, Greek, Swedish, English.
I know that a lot of European kings are your descendants. Elizabeth II, Queen of the United Kingdom. Carol V, King of Norway. Philip VI, King of Spain. Mary Stuart. Catherine de Valois. Henry IV. James V of Scotland.
So that there would be not struggle to authority between my sons, I called my sons together and divided the state between them. I established the principle of succession when the deceased prince was succeeded by his brother and later by his son.
You and your father Volodymyr developed Trust Ukraine. As a sign of respect, your portraits are depicted on 1 and 2 hryvnias banknotes. On July the 11th, 2008, at the Jubilee local cathedral, you were included among the ranks of saints. You are considered the heavenly patron of statesmen, lawyers, prosecutors, temple builders, librarians, scientists, teachers, and students.
We thank you, Yaroslav, for starting the union with Europe, because we were and we are with Europe.
It's time for us to go home. Now we're definitely familiar with the history of Yaroslav Sviatoslavovich the Wise.